Alright guys, these are 4 core ways to improve faster playing table tennis. And the first way to improve faster is to always give you 110% even if you're playing a player worse than you. Because the only way to improve is to push your limits, and if you're always in your comfort zone, not trying hard, maybe 60-70%, your mind and body are never going to be challenged and you're not going to want to play any better than you're playing now. So say you have a 1-hour training session. If you play 20 minutes at maximum effort, because that's the time you got with your coach, and the other 40 minutes you had to play with a teammate, and the teammate wasn't as good as the coach obviously, so you only gave your 100% when the coach was watching. And you see, the time with the coach is the main time you improve, but if when you were playing with your teammate and you were still giving 100% into all your strokes, you would have improved much faster. This is a problem which I personally faced. I went to a club and I surpassed all my teammates, all the junior players, and I really didn't find a challenge, and I was just standing up straight, just whacking the ball, just trolling, doing snakes, playing with my left hand, and it was a real waste of time, and I try not to waste any time at the table anymore. Even if the player that I'm playing is 300 rating below me, I can still try my hardest. And you might be thinking, what's the point of beating a player 11-0, 11-1, 11-2, 11-3? And the answer to that is because if you don't dominate players much below you, you won't be able to dominate players at your level. And I learned this concept from Samson 𝗕𝗲. He's a very well-known coach, and I'll play the clip of him saying this now.
Guys, one of the biggest skills that you need to develop is the ability to absolutely shred your opponent. 11-3, 11-1, 11-2. That's a skill. See, most people, they don't develop that skill because when they play players that are 1 or 2 levels lower than them, what do? Well, they break out their B game or their C game or their D game, and they lower their level down to their level of competition. So if you want to be able to dominate against strong players, it starts by having the ability to dominate against lower players. Have the focus, have the mental discipline to be able to win the match 11-3, 11-4, 11-1, 11-1, 11-2, 11-1, 11-2. You need to be able to go out there, cut out the errors, and bring out your strongest game against lower players. And then gradually you'll be able to bring out that strong game against people at your level and people higher than you.
So yeah guys, don't waste any time at the table that you have, because all that time is time that you can use to improve. And it doesn't matter who you're playing. And the next tactic is questioning your opponents after playing practice matches. So during a 2 to 3 hour session, you probably play 1 or 2 practice matches with the player that you just trained with, right? And if you've been losing to them consistently, you should be asking them what they found easy and difficult in your playing style and what they think your strong and weak suits are. I once asked this to a senior player in my club, and he pointed out things which he thought were very obvious and I had no idea, and it was just so effective to go and change those things in training and play him again. I was losing by a lot less because I stopped giving him those easy opportunities. And you may get some shocking answers to you. You may never even have thought of what they're saying. Yeah, so don't waste any time that you have with a higher level player, because they know things you don't know, and they know how to break you down and defeat you properly. So if you can use this technique to target your weak points and make them your strengths, it'll be really effective in your match play. Tactic number 3 is asking the coach. A lot of the times during personal and group training, they'll help you fix the things that they can see. But sometimes you might have some things going on inside your head, like, should my bat angle be like this or this when I'm playing this stroke? Or should my feet be facing that way or that way? And just not being shy and asking the coach these questions or queries that you might have is really effective, because you don't have to think about it anymore. You can just do what the coach says. And tip number 4, probably the most important tip, is video analysis. It's really effective to compare your technique and tactics to players playing at the very top level. And I'll give you an example. I had a really bad issue of covering the ball right after I hit it. And you'll know what I mean if you've had this issue. I was hitting the ball and then covering the angle. It gave me the illusion that I was putting a lot of topspin on the ball, but really I was just hitting it flat. And the funny thing is, I would have never found this because I thought I was doing the right technique. And by using video analysis, I realized that I was making a really bad mistake in the development of my forehand. I will be doing an in-depth tutorial on how to do video analysis properly, like recording, viewing your matches, and like what the best camera angle is and stuff like that. Alright, so I hope you go try out these new techniques and tactics to help improve your game even further. If this video helped you, I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you next time.